Hi, I'm Brittney Karbowski. You might know me from Emeria, Gilgamesh, Gantz, Chrono Crusade, Detective Loki Ragnarok, Ghost Stories, Misaki Chronicles, Diamond Daydreams, Moby Dick, most recently Coyote Ragtime, Udawara Ramono, Pony Pony Dash.
Oh my god, you guys, I think that Becky's outfit today is so like super duper mega cute that I'm totally gonna give her a big fat for okay.
Sit down and check your cake hole, cowlick.
Mo? Did she just call me a cowlick?
Best Student Council.
You moron! I pulled an all-nighter last night finalizing the budget plan for this semester. Then you go destroying the property of the student council. Now I'm gonna have to start all over again.
Sorry about that.
Oh, at least say it like you really mean it, Cindy!
And I know I'm missing some, but anyway, that's a few.
And how did you get started in anime voiceover?
I don't know if you're familiar with Christopher Ayers, but he was a director in Houston for a while. He's directed me since I was 15 years old. And I did the Rocky Horror Show, and I played Janet. And Greg Ayers and Chris Patton switched off playing Riff Raff and Frank Furter. And Monica Rial was Eddie Dr. Scott. Mariella Ortiz was in it. So one of the founders of ADV, Matt Greenfield, and his wife, Tiffany Grant, the first voice actress at ADV, came to see it, and they asked if I could come in. I did a bit part on Gantz and a very small thing in Chrono Crusade, and then I got Fuko and Gilgamesh, and it took off from there. Now
that you've been doing voiceover, after you've been a voiceover talent, what are some of the... Were you an anime fan before becoming a voiceover fan?
I didn't know about it. It was an exposure. I'm a fan now, so I would have been a fan because I'm a big geek. So I would have been a fan had I known about it. I'm really in love with, and another one of the new shows I'm doing is Le Chevalier d'Eon, and I'm really in love with that. That's another one. So yeah, and I get really geeky about them and watch all the episodes over and over again and look for the clues. So I mean, if that doesn't make me a fan, I don't know what does.
Oh my god, you guys will never believe the news I got. This is some omega big gossip.
And what are some projects that you're looking forward to doing or that you would like to do?
There's a lot of stuff coming up. We don't really hear about them until it's like audition time. And then sometimes they don't even audition you because they pretty much know who they want in the parts. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to just doing anything. I do plays and musicals in Houston. I'm looking forward to doing another one of those, to do some more voiceover stuff, and hopefully one day get into American cartoon and do big voices in those too. What are some enjoyable experiences that you've had being a voiceover? The conventions. I love the fans. I love the people. For every one horror con story that every voice actor has, they have 500 more that are just awesome stories and awesome people that they met, and just, the fact that anyone would be a fan of your work is kind of like, wow. I mean, I'm a college student, I'm like, what? So the con's the best experience. I'm lucky to be invited, so I would definitely say that. And currently you just said you're a college student. What do you plan on doing? Do you still plan on doing this after you graduate, or are you going to pursue another career? I'm changing my major. I'm currently still enrolled as a theater major at U of H, which is good, and I wanted to take the classes. I've decided that I don't want to be a theater teacher if it all falls through, and so I need a backup that doesn't have anything to do with the acting because I'm currently doing that. So I'm actually going to go for psychology. So I've changed that major, and after I graduate, of course, acting is what I want to do, and if I can act in any way, shape, or form, I'll do it. So yes, I'd pursue this all the time.
You really shouldn't be using the car without the president's permission?
That's true, but the assault squad has been authorized to act autonomously in times of emergency.
Please, just don't wreck it. Promise me that much.
I can't make any promises.
Now, you went over some of the most enjoyable moments of being a voice actor. Would you mind sharing one? Maybe a horror story?
Like a horror story?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was in... what con was I at? I don't know what con I was at. It was in the Midwest. It was one of those cons, and it was a big one. And kind of a more party-oriented con, and there's this one guy who's a very big guy, and it was late at night, and we had to walk. Our green room was in a different hotel, so we were walking across the hotels, and there was a guy that came up and grabbed my face and started telling me something really vile in German. Well, he started also telling the person who was with me, which was the assistant con chair, who speaks German. And so he knew exactly what the guy was saying, and so we called security because the guy he just wouldn't leave me alone. You can't just walk up to people you don't know and touch them and grab their face and stuff. So and we called security, and then like a group of like 30 con attendees started like Heil Hitlering me and saying all this Nazi slogans, and I'm Polish. I find that extremely offensive. And I think it's probably just they knew it was getting to me, and most of them, I mean, it's just crazy to me. It's like, we're in an anime con. Come on, man, you know? But, so that was a horror story. But you know what, though? The people of that con made up for it. The fans of that con made up for it. And like I said, every time there's a horror story, there's 500 cooler people that it's not even worth remembering them. You know what I mean?
And I'm going to wrap it up. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Okay,
for anyone who's looking to be a voice actor, what are some tips you can give them?
The only advice that I could give, being that I am new at this, and you know I'm not the best person to give advice from because I kind of lucked out and fell into this, is just act. The operative word in voice acting is acting. And if I didn't do theater since I was 15, and if I hadn't been singing since I was 9 or 8, I probably wouldn't be where I am today, because I wouldn't have been in the Rocky Horror Show, and I wouldn't have been the lead, and nobody would have heard me. And so act, you know, take classes, any classes. Even if it's not your major in college, take a couple acting classes. And even the best actors in the world can always still learn. There's always capacity to learn. So, and if you ever do one day land an audition, the advice I would give you is not to go in and do a character voice of Smeagol, say, or Bart Simpson, or something else, because those characters, the voice is very recognizable, and there's no other place you could use those except for playing Smeagol or Bart Simpson and stuff like that. And most of the time when you go into audition, they actually say use your original voice, and then they'll tell you to pitch it up or down. So one thing is, if you do go audition, just talk like you, because that's what they want to hear. Just talk like you, clear, crisp, that's it. So I guess that's the only advice. Just act and keep acting, because it's wonderful.